What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be covering a streamer called Jaden LOL and their backstory and a recent controversy that they have around what they've been saying on their stream and what their mods have been doing. But first, I need to get into the background to kind of explain who this person is and what they've done. So essentially, they jumped on the Me Too movement about 4 years ago, accusing someone called Counterlogic Gaming Tuesday of making her feel uncomfortable and being inappropriate towards her in a sexual way. In this, she says that he pretty much flirted with her inappropriately, and that they were just friends, and she didn't see him that way, and this made her really uncomfortable, and she tried to express it to him, but he didn't listen. But here, he pretty much, this is his response, that Counterlogic Gaming Tuesday's response, and he pretty much shows screenshots that they have been DMing a lot before this, and that she had lied and omitted certain details from the situation. And ultimately, this led to CLG not kicking him from the team. He was found to not be at fault, pretty much. But despite this, she never apologized. But she still has a Riot account where she has all of her skins she can want on it, and she was invited to All-Star despite the recent controversy. So Riot Games has shown her some favoritism. She also managed to keep her Twitch partnership, and she was defended by Twitch, who has time and time again defended females who break codes that they have punished men for the same exact thing. And there's been a real lack of accountability for what she's done. But this is not really what the video is about. This is about this recent Reddit post I've seen about what she's been doing on stream and what her mods have been doing more specifically. So let's read this Reddit post here. It's not a very long one. So, Jaden LOL is a well-known streamer with over 100k followers. Yep, that's true. And a lot of viewers on Twitch and TikTok. Yeah, I've only seen her on TikTok before. I've never watched her on Twitch. I mean, I watch Twitch streamers, but I just have never watched her, never really had her recommended to me. But she is apparently abusing men that voice their opinions on her stream. And her mods are all females, and apparently every time they see a male profile, they negatively talks about her gameplay. They start shit-talking the men in their comments and saying nobody needs a man's opinion. Men should be capped at gold, which I find so funny because, I mean, most challengers are men, which is funny. Only men backseat game, and much more. Anyway, her support Braum was playing bad, and we're going to get more into this. She reported her Braum despite him not inting and just playing kind of bad. They actually won the game. It's one of the few games she won today. And he really didn't play that bad, but and then she also said that he is probably a guy that needs to have a female carry like her. Anyway, she pretty much only allows simp comments, and that's the vast majority of her comments. Like, I've seen her comments and stuff like, wow, you have such a good mentality, and wow, you never film your teammates, when she literally reported her support who was doing slightly bad, and always flames her team, and never takes accountability for her mistakes almost. Pretty much her comments are all simps. But anyway, in the comments here on this Reddit post, everyone's talking about how she has falsely accused Tuesday of stuff, and pretty much that she's kind of a terrible person. So let's get into her Twitch stream. Alright, so let's begin the game in question off right here. She's already been chunked out a lot and been positioning kind of aggressively, taking bad trades. But let's see what happens here and what she says to her support.
Miss you.
Alright, well, she gets stunned here. She has her thumbs, she doesn't use them until too late, and dies.
I don't know, bro, but you miss every cue.
Yet she flames and pings her support, tilting him more.
Sure, my fault.
And then she says, my fault, sarcastically, when it was clearly her fault. So we know we're dealing with someone with a pretty high ego, and again, a lot of League players have a high ego. That's not necessarily the worst thing, but let's get into more of this to prove that she does not have a good mentality, and she is not a good person for the League community. Alright, so here she's going to be flaming her support. So let's see what happens. Is her support really at fault here?
Get insurance for that.
So he walks forward to try and stun Bar to keep her off of the Jinx, him off the Jinx rather. And then he gets Talia ulted and
honestly, my support is Garbanzo.
Calls him garbage. And then she reports him. Which is definitely not something you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to report someone for playing bad. And funnily enough, she then just ints here and dies. And she dies in a more int way than her support. Anyway, I believe this is the fight in question where she is accused of positioning badly. So let's watch it. Did she position badly? Again, I'm not an ADC player, but she's stunned here. Walk forward, uses heal, and then just leaves her team out to dry.
She's just looking for me the whole fight. Really? This mid laner? He got 1 Q and then jumped out.
Now the positioning there is not the worst. It's definitely way too safe, and I would be playing more aggressive here. But you know, let's see what she says.
Yeah, I know. Braum he's kinda trolling. He's 1 in 10 right now. I already reported him.
So she's reporting her support for being 1 in 10 when she's 6 deaths as ADC. Your support is 4 more deaths than you do. That's not a big difference when he's playing support and he sacrificed himself for you multiple times already.
The reason why I did 0 damage is that fight because my support inted, and if I walk up, the Xin Zhao's going to ult me. What elo are you, Rema?
And here she is flaming her chat, being very aggressive at accusatory, asking what elo her chat is. And again, we'll go into her account after this. She's not particularly high elo. She's one of the lower elo streamers that gets views, so like, definitely not a super high elo player.
You're telling me how to play and claiming that I'm not Masters. You clearly have no idea how to position as a Jinx player.
And she's saying he has no idea how to position.
Don't argue with me. You sound low elo.
Calling him low elo. And again, she's not Masters right now. She's actually negative win rate diamond on this account.
You need LDR or Borg? You need to not backseat game me, Kenny. Come on now. I know what I'm doing.
So again, she defends it and calls out the very few comments that are trying to give her advice, not even insulting her gameplay, just asking her to build certain items that could be strong here. And I personally agree that LDR could be very strong here. It's not insane. I don't think she needs Bork, but you know, it's definitely like a little bit odd to call out comments that are giving constructive advice. It's just very defensive and gives out insecure energy.
Dude, like, these people be shit-talking me, tell me what to do. Not you, Kenny. The other guy was shit-talking me, but like, how my Masters, boy, you don't even know what Masters looks like.
And she's flexing her rank. Again, she's not a high rank streamer. Like, most League streamers are higher rank than her. Again, I'm not taking away her, I'm not calling her a bad player, but she's not an insane player that can shit-talk anyone at her disposal because she's like rank 1 ADC Jinx. Everything she knows about Jinx is correct. Her macro and positioning is always perfect. Like, no. I know, as well as anybody, like, as someone who's a Masters player, that Masters players make mistakes all the time, right? Positioning and micro, like, everything, you'll make mistakes. And she has to admit this sometimes. You can't have this big an ego.
Like, zip it. It's always guys. It's always guys shit-talking. Are you boosted? Be honest.
Well, I mean, most of your viewers are probably guys. I mean, most of League players are guys, so that would make sense.
Well, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, how are you Masters? Like, oh my god.
Again, she's making up comments. I haven't seen anyone type anything like that, by the way. I have not seen anyone type, are you boosted? How are you Masters? Anything like that.
So whack, man. These dudes. Freaking men, bro. What's up with them?
And here she is attacking like 90% of her audience. And then when asked if she hates men, this is what she responds, which I find kind of funny. I'll go over it.
Oh, I hate men? No, I don't hate men. I date men.
I mean, is that a defense? If you think about the most sexist people, like, in history, they were all married to women, like, all the most sexist men in history. So I don't think that that necessarily means you don't hate men, or you aren't sexist, or have some kind of hatred for them.
Oh, if you read something about me on Reddit, I don't even use that website.
Now she is saying, if you read anything about her on Reddit, don't listen to it. Her false allegations against, pro League of Legends players, don't listen to that. You know, that's not important. What's important is that she's a Masters ADC player. Wow, so high elo.
Don't look at that website.
Don't look
I hate
at it.
men that are
Don't find it.
sexist, pieces of shit. But all the other guys are cool. Oh yeah, no.
And then look at her comments. We just hate straight men. So you can tell they have a very accepting community there. Very, very accepting. I'm sure that like 80% of our viewers are straight men, by the way, too. So the fact that they're allowed to comment stuff like this and then not stuff like, oh, you should position differently or you should buy Blade of the Ruined King or whatever, is just pretty funny to me. Also, if you watch this VOD, there are many instances of her defending her mod that said that men should be capped at gold and other stuff. So she knows, I think, what her mod's behavior is, and she really supports that. But anyway, I'm gonna end it on this. Like, tell me what you think on the streamer. Is it really not that bad? You know, maybe she faces sexism and she's like, has built up like this defense. I don't know, but I think it's kind of just not a good look on her, and especially when you consider the fact that she has false allegations in the past. I think it's just not a good look for her, and it's not something that she should be doing. She should really try to check herself and improve to have a more positive attitude.